Welcome to my game of Football Manager 2017, playing with Wigan in the year 2034. This time it's at home to Northampton. Having come off a nice 3-0 victory last time against Peterborough away, I'll see what they can do against Northampton, who are somewhere near the bottom of the league, I believe. Yes, 22nd to be precise, in the relegation slots. I am going to send out exactly the same team as last time, as it did so well. And actually, just while I'm here, Kennett, my goalkeeper, I'm perfectly satisfied with. Craig Vincent is about 18 years old, I think, 18, 19 years old, actually. Find out, 19 years old. He was a free transfer I brought in because he had potential. I think I brought him in, maybe he was in my reserve somewhere. And he's struggling to make an impact, but he's slowly improving, according to his training stats. Good old Di Thomas there, I'm going to pronounce it as Di, even though it's got a H in it, I'm not entirely sure how it should be pronounced, is my best central defender, although you wouldn't know it from some of the ways he's played at times. And Kieran Whittaker is another central defender with a ton of potential. Does it actually show on that screen? No, but the coaching summary has him at 3.5 stars to possibly 4.5 stars. He's improving. Martin Thomas is on loan from Tottenham or Man City? Man City. Yeah, he's valued at 6.5 million. He's by far my best player supposedly, although again that hasn't always shown. Keith Headley is on loan from Middlesbrough. He came in a couple of weeks ago and has done a reasonable job so far. Brewster is supposedly my best central midfielder. He also takes my free kicks. McGlade is another central midfielder. He's not brilliant, but he's okay. Wallace is kind of iffy up front, but he does a good enough job that I'm actually okay with him playing there. Well, I say up front, they're playing. We've got three guys playing shadow strikers in this wonderful formation from, I always forget the guy's name, The Reckonist, who created it. I downloaded it from the Steam Workshop because I figured, what the heck, it looked weird, I'd give it a shot. And it seems to be working out reasonably okay. Dean Turner's a relatively recent purchase who started to actually play quite well. And James Chamberlain, even though he got man of the match last time and is meant to be quite good, is actually kind of iffy at this point. I'm not sure about him. And Luke Price, another one I bought in recently, who I thought was going to do quite well up front and replace Wallace, hasn't shown me enough to actually make that a reality. And the rest of these players are, yeah, Berry's okay, Harwood's pretty good, the rest of them are iffy to say the least. As for the ones that can't get anything on the bench, there's a couple of reasonable players on there, but most of them, yeah, they are dross. And Barkley's trying to come back from a broken leg and he's not even fit enough to give 20 minutes to. He's failed every fitness test so far since getting to the rehab stage of his broken leg. But I'm actually quite enjoying this Wigan side because I've started to get to know the players, what they can and can't do. And it always makes it more fun in this game when you actually start to have some affinity to the team. Let's be assertive and go and carry straight off where you finished from the last match. And there I am, standing there again with red shoes, yellow trousers, a green jacket and blue spectacles. I don't think I would have the confidence to pull that outfit off in reality, but FM allows me to do it, so I figured, well, at least I can always spot myself if I dress somewhat weirdly. It's always easy to tell which manager is me on the sidelines. Oh, a first time ball there, McGlade, would have done wonders, but penalty, ref! He got hacked down in the area. Okay, it would have been a bit of an iffy penalty if they'd given it, but it was worth an appeal. Yikes! I'm not quite sure what James was doing there, apart from trying to take my head off with that clearance into the wonderful bench area. Another less than optimal free kick. Oh, Whittaker decided to dally on the ball for ever. Stroth, the passing out from the back four is not good today. Have a shot, Wallace. Yeah, it wasn't that close, but I can't fault you for it. Some shots are always going to go off target. It's not like you're an England international who should get them on target. Even though, let's face it, as we know, England internationals don't have the greatest ability to shoot from distance either. Nor does the England midfield or England defence. In fact, let's face it, the England sides have been, over the last 25 years, pretty awful. And I expected better from you in that situation, Turner. Nice ball, Vincent. I always like seeing Vincent do something useful. Chamberlain, I expected better from that as well. Because I had to throw Vincent in at the deep end when I had absolutely no central defenders to spare. And he's been okay enough that he's actually retained his position. I always feel happy when I see him do something well. Because, let's face it, if you're 18, 19 years old, get thrown at the deep end, the fans decide they dislike you because you have a couple of bad games at the start, and yet you continue to hold your position and still do decent stuff. You've got to kind of like a kid that does that, and Turner's managed to score again. A good run, Turner. Since I swapped you out of you and Chamberlain around, so Turner was in the centre and Chamberlain was on the left, Turner has certainly looked like he's deserved that position. Oh dear, that's not good, because now I've got to put Cameron Humphreys in the centre of my defence, who is in his 30s, old, slow, and was never that good to start with. Although he has had a long career, and I think at one point he was up with one of the big clubs. That's where he originally came from. He's just not good anymore, and probably will never be. Well, to be honest, he's not really of a standard that you'd want to put him on the field in a non-league side, let alone in a League One side that's trying to challenge for a playoff spot. And that's a good cross and a good goal. My defence was as pitiful as ever, but that was a good cross. And that defender right there stopped running. If he'd kept running, he might have actually intercepted that. I don't know who it was. What the heck are you doing? Great, the ball's bouncing around like playing pinball now. Well, he's surrounded, and they still managed to get the pass to a teammate. I'll try and encourage. Not really feeling that encouraging towards these people after that letting in that goal. But I'll try and encourage them to make them think they can win this game. Well done, Wallace. At least you went forward to try and put pressure on their keeper. Seriously, look for the pass you can complete and actually complete it. On the bright side, there have been no yellow cards up to this point. It's not exactly a scintillating second half, and McGlade and Headley are both suffering for fitness, and they're attacking again. Yikes, that could have easily gone in. Alright, McGlade, you come off for Berry, and that'll do. I won't use the third substitute just in case I need it later. Throw it to one of our players. Well done, that's a start. Referee, get out of the way. This Chamberlain doesn't seem very... I might have to check his anticipation, because he doesn't seem very good at anticipating the through ball from his teammates. Maybe it's because he's not got much experience in this formation yet, in this position he's playing. But he just seems less than great at anticipation. Now that was just greedy. If you'd crossed that ball, that would have been a goal. And that was a pretty awful corner, Turner. Craig Vincent managed to be offside. That's impressive. It's not exactly a player you expect to be called for being offside. Okay, that one wasn't your fault, Headley. The guy you threw that to decided to move just before you threw it. And it wasn't like you could have anticipated that fact. Good placed goal. Well, that makes me look like an inspired manager with that substitution. Makes it look like I've got a clue what I'm doing, even though I obviously don't. I'm amazed he was actually onside, but... oh, he managed to place that ball beautifully under a diving goalkeeper. Well, this was meant to be an easy victory, and so far we've made it look difficult. I just looked up at the top right hand corner and saw Newcastle beating Wigan 3-1. They were losing 1-0 at one point. Good ball. Not sure what Headley's going to do with it, but... once again, Chamberlain does nothing particularly well. Humphreys hit the ball into space. I was just wondering for a second, thinking, who's Humphreys? Then I realised he's my elderly central defender. Oh, good ball. Now, through ball there, Berry, would have been good. Even there again, it would have been a 3-ball to Chamberlain, so probably wouldn't have done anything. Well, the idea was good there to put Wallace through. Admittedly, it didn't quite work out, but that's one of those games we did just enough to win. I'll try and be encouraging, even though I'm not really feeling it for that one. Just looking, Newcastle have managed to fight their way up to 5th, having sacked their manager. I wonder if they've got a new one yet. And I've managed to fight my way up to 3rd, 2 points behind Chesterfield in 2nd. But a quick couple of losses and I could find myself down in something like 10th or 12th. Well, that was the Northampton game. Apparently I've got a week before my next game. And Kieran Whittaker is out for 2 months. Ouch. Well, that one's going to hurt. But such is life. You have to roll with the punches. And hopefully you enjoyed my squeezing out a less than dominant 2-1 victory against Northampton. And hopefully I will see you down the road.